How's everybody doing tonight?
All right.
Right on. Any football fans here? No. One person. Okay, so this joke's gonna go over real well. So I'm not a football guy either. You know, my boss actually just got me roped into fantasy football for the first time.
Oh God.
And yeah, it's been an interesting week. Let me tell you, man. Because like when they're talking about sports, my knowledge is extended. Like they'll look at me and be like, "Hey man, did you see that play last night?" Be like, "Yeah, dude really got some mileage on that touch ball there." You know, like they'll be talking about, "Man, Brown got like 14 receptions. He got like 100 yards." I'm like, my guy in the blue shirt did pretty good. Like I talk about football like you should talk about the knights at medieval times. Be like, my guy in the green's gonna beat the snot out of your guy in the purple. Hey, where's my turkey leg? That's about me with football, you know? Like, to make it fun for me, I had to bring some of my nerdness into it. So instead of having like a quarterback and a tight end and a couple of wide receivers, I go D&D with it. I've got a fighter, a paladin, a couple of clerics, you know? Like, my boss did a lot better than me last week in the games, and I told him, I was like, yeah, your clerics must have fought a bunch of undead because they got about 30 more points than my guy in the blue. So,
okay.
Hey, Halloween fans? Because Halloween is coming up, you know?
Okay.
And, I mean, everybody knows Halloween's coming up if you've been to Walmart, because they get ready 3 months early, you know? So, like, every year I want to do like some big, huge, elaborate costume, like, you know, a transformer or a dragon or some gnarly lit up ghost or something. But every year it's the same ratty lumberjack hoodie and a werewolf mask. I feel like I'm a kid again, because I don't know if you remember or not, but you remember the plastic mask and the colored trash bag that went along with it? You wanted to be a G.I. Joe, you got a green helmet, green trash bag. You wanted to be a devil, you got a red helmet, red trash bag. Firefighter, red helmet, red trash bag. Not really much difference. But like, I'll never forget the year that I dressed up as Freddy Krueger. My mom had me all set up, man. I had the striped shirt, I had the fedora, I had the gloves. The only problem was she didn't trust me with knives, so I had spoons on my hands. Spoons. And then, top things off, for some reason she thought it'd be a good idea to put a towel around my neck like a cape. I really should have just ditched the fedora and gone as Spoon Man, vanquisher of breakfast cereal. But another thing, like, you know, I always wanted to go as Darth Vader for Halloween because I thought that was a pretty wicked costume. I got to thinking about Darth Vader the other day, though, and thought to myself, well, you know, what if he didn't really need that mask to breathe? What if he was just wearing it to duck out on 20 years of intergalactic child support? Like, he's already lost an Emperor and 2 Death Stars. How much more does Padme want? You know? Or I was thinking the other day, I think Anakin Skywalker is really Space Hitler. And I'll explain that train of thought. So he goes to the council and they say, well, we'll let you be a part of the council, but you'll never be a Jedi Master. Then he runs off and kills all the younglings. Does that sound like any German art teacher that we all know? In the news, Hasbro, the toy company, just recently bought out the company Death Row Records, the music label. Yeah, really, for real. Like, that's legit news. Right, and that just tells me one thing. The next G.I. Joe movie is going to have the best soundtrack ever. Okay? But I can't wait for the action figures. Like, could you imagine, like, Suge Knight holding Vanilla Ice over a balcony? Like, any 90s rap fans at all? I think Skynet is real, because my technology's trying to kill me. I was on the way to a club the other night to do a show. Google Maps told me get in the right lane to make a left turn. I asked Siri for some help with my depression. It told me to binge 13 Reasons Why. I said, you know what? Let's skip Siri. I went on Netflix and started browsing around. You know what it suggested? Old Yeller, Homeward Bound, and Marley and Me.
Oh, God.
So I said, I'm obviously not going to have any luck here trying to get in a good mood, so I went shopping online. Because, you know, a little shopping therapy does some good. Except Amazon's trying to kill me, too. Its first 2 suggested items were a toaster and a plug for my bathtub drain.
Oh, that's...
Fans of romantic comedies? Anybody like the rom-coms?
No.
Well, if you've seen them before, you've probably seen this little cliche thing they do where the guy who's trying to get the pretty girl's attention, you know, follows her in traffic and then bumps the rear end of her car to get her attention. It's cute, it sounds romantic. Well, I tried it. Only it doesn't work so well when you're in a truck and she's on a bicycle. Good news is, I still got her number from the police report. Well, any cat people? Cat fans of cats?
Yes.
How about domestic terror? They're pretty much the same thing.
Oh, now.
You know, I have 2 cats. One of them wakes me up 7 o'clock on the dot every morning.
Yeah.
That's what I hear in my face every day. It's like a fuzzy air raid siren.
Yeah.
My other cat is a mob enforcer. When she gets hungry, she makes eye contact with you, makes it a point to acknowledge that you made eye contact with her,
Yeah.
and then she punches my dog in the face.
Yeah.
What makes it worse is he's blind. He can't see it coming.
Yeah.
So he's just sitting there all happy and stupid, like, hey guys, good morning. Bang, right in the face. My name is Joey. I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. Thank you, sir.